I'd like to start this unboxing with a story. The story of how I got to this moment. I've been playing guitar off and on since I was about 19 years old, but I was never serious about playing guitar. I couldn't tell a Strat from a Telecaster. Yeah, it was that bad. But eventually, after years of off and on fiddling around, I landed myself in a garage band at 25 years old. I was a bass player because someone told me how good a bass player I would make. I personally disagree. I knew in my heart that I've always been drawn to guitar. So all the bass did was re-spark my interest in music and guitar playing. So I went to my local pawn shop and I picked some knockoff Strat for about $100. And to add to that, my uncle had left me an amp because he was in the process of moving and needed a place to store it. So I let the lead of my band know that I bought a guitar, and he told me I should just leave the guitar alone and focus on playing the bass. Yep, I wasn't having any of that. So I bought more guitars, because who wouldn't? And ended up leaving that band and selling the bass. Fast forward a few months later, I had an accident and broke my leg. I was miserable. I felt hopeless, and I was angry at the world. Little did I know, that event would change my life forever. I told myself I could mope around and be miserable, or I could pick one of these guitars and start learning them. So I learned. I practiced for 14 hours a day, every day. I couldn't stop. I was addicted. Funny how I didn't even know the individual names of each string in standard tuning. But I learned as much as I could, and I sucked. I really sucked. But I had two things to help me in that journey to getting better: rhythm and understanding of how music was supposed to sound and feel. Fast forward a few months later, I ended up having to sell everything. I had to move in with my in-laws and I had no guitar. Just the amp my uncle let me borrow. You all know how that is. I wasn't aware that my brother-in-law had a Jackson Flying V knockoff that he never played, and the game Rocksmith. It was on. I played the hell out of that game until he ended up selling that guitar. That left me back at square one. Through that time, I'd learned to walk again, and it got me a job at a factory. I worked there for a few months until that spark came back. The wanting to play the guitar again. So I found out about this website through a coworker called Zounds.com. And I got my first brand new guitar for the low price of $150. Pause. What got me into Epiphone was I had heard the name before. So that's where this ended up leading to. Anyway, back to the story. It was an Epiphone DR100 acoustic. I would play that all the time. Then that led to electric. I got a player pack Epiphone Les Paul Special 2. Very basic, comes with a mini amp, a tuner, etc., etc. Then that led me to Sweetwater, and I got me an Epiphone Les Paul Standard Plus Top Pro. By that time I was fully hooked. And then that led to the addiction of Gibson, which led me to this moment. So without further ado, my possibly final unboxing. After 4 years of waiting on this guitar, of it just sitting in my wish list. The moment we've all been waiting for. Got my trusty knife. I want to take extra careful care of this one. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Ah. Come on, baby, come out. It's a Gibson. It's a nice Gibson. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. It's a case. Oh my God, this is heavy. I'm getting a little bit emotional. I know it's just a guitar, but I worked really hard to get here. 2 kids. I'm married. There was a lot of setbacks. A lot of me having to put it on the back burner. I can't believe I'm about to open this. There we go. I can't even look at it. I can't look at it. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm holding this right now. Oh my God. It's so heavy. It's 10 pounds, 8 ounces. A Gibson Les Paul Standard 50 spec. It's a backhoe burst. Okay. It's fucking beautiful.